All right, you don't need to take notes on this slide. Let's just talk about a quick little review. So this is still section 7.3. Today we're talking about graphing horizontal and vertical lines. We started our journey on graphing with learning how to graph using a table. That's one method. Then yesterday we talked about learning how to graph using our intercepts, right? Which was like using our zeros and using our intercepts right here. Using the equation, set x to 0, solve for y, set y to 0, solve for x, and then plot the 2 points and connect the dots. We call this line oblique. That basically means that it is diagonal. Okay, today we're going to graph single variable equations on the coordinate plane. So when you have something like x equals -2, this means that x is always going to be -2. It's a constant. Okay? So when I have something like that, that's what I substitute in for x. It's always going to be -2. X is a constant. This slide you should take notes on. And what you get to do is you choose your y's. Here you're going to choose your y's. Okay? So I'm going to choose 0, 1, and 2. And then I plot those points. So I go over 2, 0. I go over 2, up 1. I go over 2, up 2. And then I draw a line. Connect the dots, arrows, and then I have to label 2 points. This one is -2, 0, and this one right here is -2, 2. What kind of line is it? What do we call this kind of line? It's a vertical line. So every time you have x equals a constant, it will be a vertical line. Any constant, it will be a vertical line if it says x equals. Do you need to do all these points? No. Now, it says any line in 3. I want 3. Any line in the form of x equals k, k stands for constant, will be vertical. So when x equals any constant number, it will be vertical. Got it? So if x equals a vertical line, what do you think equals a horizontal line? Go, Eitan.
Y equals a constant.
Right. So we're going to try that. This time, in my table, what's constant? What am I placing for 3?
For y, you put all 3's and you get to choose for the x.
Yep, and so I'm going 0, 1, 2. And then I plot those 0 across, 3 up, 1 across, 3 up, 2 across, 3 up. I draw the line. Arrows. And label 2 points. This is 0, 3, and this one is 2, 3, and we're done. Do not forget your arrows on your axes either. Okay, questions. So every time it's a y equals, it will be what? Everybody. Horizontal line. Y equals. That's on the coordinate plane. If they say graph y equals 3 on a number line, it's going to look different. But on a coordinate plane, it's a line and it's always going to be horizontal. Okay, can I move on to the PowerPoint? Can I erase this? Remember, when it says y equals, we choose our x. Yeah. I want you doing a table for horizontal. and for vertical lines. Okay, can I move on? Or should I pause it? So now let's talk about our intercepts. If I have y equals intercept, okay? Let's say I have, so for the x-intercept, where does it cross? Somebody? Go, David. There is none. There's no x-intercept. What about for the y-intercept? Where does it cross? Fatima? 0, 3. You get the idea? So on a y equals, it will have a y-intercept. Okay? But no x-intercept.
Do we do with the same thing for the x one?
What do you think? So on an x equals, it will have what?
It will be, the x one is negative 2, 0.
Right. It would be, and it will have no y-intercept. Okay, what about graphing x equals negative 4 on a number line? Let's look at that. If I have x equals negative 4 on a number line, all I'm doing is putting it on a point. Whereas if we do x equals negative 4 on the coordinate plane, it's an entire line. What is the x-intercept? What is the x-intercept here? Annabella? Negative 4, 0. What is the y-intercept? Everybody? None. You get the idea? Okay. So, let's switch over here. Oh, whoops. Okay, so on x equals 5, what is the x-intercept? What is the x-intercept?
5, 0.
That's 5, 0. And what is the y?
None.
Next one, somebody with a quiet hand that I haven't heard from. Okay, Rami.
0.
What is the x-intercept?
The x-intercept would be, 9.
None. And then, Diana, what is the y-intercept? 0, negative 3 over 2. What about the next one? Let's go, Roman. Negative 1, 0. And Julia, what about the y-intercept? None. Okay, let's keep going. Eitan, question?
No, I'm just making one.
Okay, let's jump down to number 6. I'm going to draw it, okay? X equals 0. So, what goes in my table? Somebody I haven't heard from. Go, Lily.
In the x column, you write 3 zeros, and then in the y column, you choose your y.
Okay. And then when I plot the points at 0, 1, 2, 3, what kind of line is this going to be? Everybody.
Vertical.
Vertical. Okay, what's the x-intercept? What's the x-intercept? Raising a quiet hand. Ayla. 0, 0. Who can tell me what the y-intercept is, Carter?
0, 0.
Okay, but is that the only place it crosses it, Carter?
Oh, it's infinite.
It's infinite. It's the entire y-axis is the y-intercept. And that, my friends, is our lesson. We are done.
What the? No.
Recording.